afternoon everyone, I hope you're all enjoying the weekend. Today's video, it's just going to be my total collection video. It might interest you, it might not. As you can see, I've got my collection back. And it wasn't an easy job putting them in alphabetical order. As you can see from the photos, it was a complete nightmare. They're still not in, well, they are in alphabetical order, but as it goes along, you'll probably notice that you'll have the G's in the right place, basically. The rest of it isn't. But you've got to go, it's easy. Just look under G, you'll find the film. Look under A, you'll find the film. I haven't done it so like the next letter on from that title is in alphabetical order. That's what I'm trying to say. I haven't done a collection video for years. I think the last time I did a collection video was the start of my YouTube journey, which was possibly around about 5-6 years ago. I haven't got the greatest, the most collection in the YouTube community. I think my collection was approaching 2,000 when I last counted, which sounds a lot of movies, but it's not compared to other guys in the community. I'm happy with the collection. I've got mostly the films I want to watch. These shelves fitted nicely in my old house in a gap. I'm in the flat now and I possibly could have gone further that way, but it still fits okay. The only thing I don't like about these shelves is, I can show you here, if we go to, say, the G section, okay, we've got The Getaway and we've got Guardians of the Galaxy, these 3 Blu-rays here. I'm having to move the movies out the way on the front row to see the back row. So basically I'm doubling up and I hate that. That's the only thing I don't like about this collection, but I have to go with what it is. Now, the way I used to have my setup, I used to have Blu-rays separate, 4Ks separate, Steelbook separate, Star Wars separate, TV separate. I've changed it a little bit. What I've done, I've mixed the 4Ks in with the Blu-rays. I think when I did my last complete collection video all those years ago, I was asking for advice. How do you actually present your collection? And a lot of people were saying they put the Steelbooks in with the with the letter in, so the Steelbooks were going with the 4Ks and the Blu-rays. That's what I'm trying to say. So when you're looking for a title like Jaws, for instance, go straight to J and you'll find it. I get that, but what I've done, I've still got my arrows separate because it's a big collection. I've still got my Steelbooks separate because that's a big collection as well. My Star Wars are separate, TV separate. What I've done, I've taken that on board and I've mixed the 4Ks in with the Blu-rays. And I get the Steelbooks going in with the Blu-rays and the 4Ks, because if I wanted to find Jaws, for instance, I would look under J and I would find Jaws 2, but I wouldn't be able to find Jaws because it's up there with the Steelbook. So I know it's up there, but if anyone was around here looking for Jaws, or someone broke in and they wanted to steal Jaws, I don't know why, but if they did, they wouldn't be able to find it unless they looked under the Steelbooks. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this the best I can, and I'm going to take you over to the TV section in this room, and then we're going to head that way and look at the speaker section, and then we're going to go to some shelving over there. There's a few limited editions that won't actually fit on these shelves. And when we come back to this section, when we start at the top, there's quite a few double ups. So I'll show you the front of those double ups, then I'll split the video and pull them out and show you what's behind before we move on to the next section. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to take you over to the TV because you would think, why are you taking me to the TV? Well, this is what I said when I first moved into this flat. All you movie fans out there, I don't know, but I'm looking at a 90-odd inch TV, perfect for the wall. Sofa there, 90-inch TV going right way across that wall. So as you can see, I didn't go for as big a TV as I could have. That is a 55-inch QLED Hisense TV. I do not like that TV at all, because as soon as it connects to broadband, Freely kicks in and wipes all your TV guide, and I don't think it holds the blacks as well either. It's just a cheap 55-inch TV, and I do not like it. I could have gone much bigger, possibly a 65 in there, but unfortunately I can't do anything about it now because I've already bought it. My LG OLED in the other room is a much better TV, but it's smaller than that 55. So let's move over to the surround setup. So on the back wall by the settee, we have two white Sonos Era speakers. I feel the two Sonos Era speakers have enough depth for that surround sound. On the floor, I did have the big subwoofer, but I've changed it to the mini sub, which I feel is plenty for a one-bedroom flat. So as we cross to the opposite side of the room, where the shelving is, I do like this. The Now Playing. I can't remember where I picked that up from. It's a good idea. We're currently watching The Last of Us Season 1 on Blu-ray. Heading down to the 4K player, I'm using the Panasonic DP-UB820 multi-region player. I've had that years now. It's getting a little bit old, possibly needs updating. Let's head past the Lenco turntable to the movies that won't actually fit on the shelf. And you can see they're like special editions. So starting with this one here, I have done an unboxing for this one. It's the Maverick Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick special edition. Lots of stuff in there. I won't go open this up and show you. And then we've got the film vault. I've got Apollo 13 and Shawshank Redemption. And we have Dawn of the Dead special edition. The Jurassic World movies. Apologies, I did have to stop the video because I almost dropped my phone. Quick look at the Jurassic Park. I have done an unboxing for this as well. It's a great design all the way around. It's got all the Jurassic World movies in one place. No, it hasn't, because they've just decided to release another movie. Where is that going to fit? That's what frustrates me. You pay £100 for this, thinking that's the whole complete franchise, and then they release another one. The new movie is good, but there's nowhere to put it. It's just going to have to sit there, which is so frustrating. Moving on to the Halloween franchise now. Now, I've done gaps because it's easy to explain. This movie here is, I think, a fans one. I'm not too sure. It was Scream Fest. I've not watched that yet, so looking forward to giving that a watch at Halloween. Then we have the Halloween to Halloween 5, the first set to be released in America. I won't go through them all, but it has this really nice autumn effect. I've done an unboxing on these as well. They were a lot of money. Then the following year, they released Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers to Halloween Resurrection. Again, they put a box around it this time, which was good. And then you can see we're still keeping with the autumn effect. So when they go side by side, they've got the autumn effect. And then the new trilogy, Halloween to Halloween Ends, on the third year, they bring this out. I do not understand it. I mean, it's a great design, the Halloween trilogy. We've got Michael Myers Street there. I know they're Steelbooks, but that's all I could get, or all they released at the time. So we had the autumn effect to go with this autumn effect, but it doesn't match. I don't understand why these, I think they're from Screen Factory, why they didn't carry on with the final trilogy. As we head towards the collection, I've got a Sonos beam under the TV.
Let's do this.
So as we approach the collection, you can see at the top there, it only just fits under that ceiling. So let's head off to section 1, which is the Star Wars. So section 1 is the Star Wars section. So right up the top, section 1, the first 6 are in fact steelbooks for the first 6 movies. I'm not going to get them all out. If I get Return of the Jedi out, look at that. I love the design on those steelbooks, so I've kept those steelbooks. And then I've got the Phantom Menace all the way through to The Last Jedi. Then we have Solo and Rogue One. And then we move on to the Disney steelbooks. We got Andor, the Mandalorian franchise, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, and that is a Star Wars The Force Awakens Blu-ray lenticular case, I think. On to section 2, which is TV, and this is where it annoys me and gets so frustrating because you can see my collection has reached the end there, which means it double ups, and I think the TV section even goes down to section 4, which is so frustrating. But as I said, I can't do much about it. This big box here are Friends. Big Paulie picked that up for me really cheap in an Argos sale. I'll leave you with some music. Hello, Grogu. Moving on to sections 3 and 4. This is where this collection goes a little bit ski whiff, because the back row of section 3 and 4 is my Arrow collection. You can see there I've got an 88 films section there. That isn't all my 88 films. I have mixed it in with the collection, but these sort of came as a set. They're individually numbered up the top there, so I kept those together. HMV Premium there as well, so it goes a little bit mad on that section. So let's head back to this section, section 3. And this is what I was saying about the Jurassic World collection. So I know what you did last summer, I still know what you did last summer, and I always know what you did last summer. Beautiful case there, the whole complete collection. No, they've gone and released another one. Now, where's that going to sit on the collection? That individual new movie, where's that sitting? Is it going to sit in between here? Because it's not going to match this. It's so frustrating. I'm going to leave you a little bit of music to take a look around. This section is 5 and 6. This is the Steelbook collection. There's quite a few Steelbooks in my collection. section 7 and 8. This is the Blu-ray, the 4K 101 label, 88 films, all mixed in together, starting at the letter A. We go along and then we go along again when these are removed, so you guys get to see behind what is in the actual collection. So frustrating, I keep saying it. So slowly move on. There you can see we're going on to B, the Film Critic. Now I brought these for, I think it's Big Paulie, Kermit and JB Powell. Still got mine, guys. Moving on, I'll leave you with some music. Section 9 and 10 continuing with the alphabet. Section 11 and 12. I've kept this here, it's in the wrong place because it should be up in the arrow section, but I've just kept this as a background when I film my videos. Stopped at these two because we have a Yoda and we have a, oh, I've knocked him over, sorry Groot. We have a Yoda and we have a Groot. These were, I think these were testers, homemade from one of my mates' wife, and she's done such a great job. If I zoom in, that's Michelle who made them. They've been on the shelving for quite a few years and that's where they live. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Michelle. To section 13 and 14. Section 15 and 16 continuing with the letter N. 17, which finishes with the letter S and begins with the letter T. These are individual sections because we have a cupboard there which is full of YouTube stuff, my journey with YouTube. There's a Harry Potter wand in there, all the letters that I've had from subscribers and friends and stuff in a box in there. There's not really much to show. It's a junk cupboard, isn't it? So let's head off back to section 17, beginning with the letter T. Section 17, what you've just seen there, this is where my collection gets so frustrated, but I can't do anything about it. So we've got a front row of T's, but behind are S's. If you can help me out, please do get in contact in the comments down below, because I'm not too sure. I've got, how many sections have I got? About 20 sections. But there seems to be quite a lot of T's and S's for movies, which is so frustrating. So let's move down to section 18, which begins with the letter U. Again, same with this section. So we've got U possibly going behind V. Section 19, the final section, is my DVD section. These are movies that I can't part with because they haven't got the release I want. For instance, we've got Smoking the Bandit. I have the Smoking the Bandit Steelbook in 4K, but the other two movies wasn't released in 4K or in Steelbook. We've got Gone in 60 Seconds. I don't think that's had a Blu-ray release. I might be wrong. Amityville, Sliver, Basic Instinct 2. I know they're not very good movies, are they? But Outbreak, I don't think that's had a 4K release either. Again, I might be wrong. 6 Days, 7 Nights. Continuing with section 19, the front DVDs are removed and we're left with the not so good DVDs. You can see at the bottom I've got a couple of GameCube games, Rogue Leader, Rebel Strike. Those were good GameCube games. Virtual Striker 3, I played that on an arcade and it was available on GameCube. We've got Volcano up there if it gets in focus. Again, I don't think that's had a Blu-ray release, certainly not a 4K release. Moving over to Saw up the top. You've probably seen this in CEX many a times. It takes up quite a lot of room, but it's good to have in the collection there. If I can get it back in, which it's not going back in. And then moving over to the final section, we've got the Matrix down there on the bottom there. That was one of the first DVDs I think my dad picked up. And that is my complete collection. Woohoo! And then as we come beside the collection, we just have a couple of movie pictures framed on that wooden sliding door, which I do not like. I'm going to fill that with metal signs, possibly movie memorabilia, and then up there, the Henry there. Remember staff gave us that in the CX in Canterbury, which was nice. I don't like all that up there, it looks a mess. I'm going to have to come up with a better idea. So let's head back to me in front of the camera.
Let's do all the things that you want to do.
So that's my total collection of movies. Shelf-wise, there's probably a few VHS tapes laying around somewhere in the cupboard and a few DVDs. But that is my total collection. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this total collection video. If you like this video, please do give it a like. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe if you can, because it's all free. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.